my Akudama review. All right, so we got Swindler. She's like a really nice person, and she found change on the floor. Was trying to give it back to the goat carrier. You know what I'm saying? One of the goats out here. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Tried to give it back to him, and then she kind of got into a mess with a bunch of criminals type shit, right? AKA Akudama. Akudama are pretty much criminals in this world that are meant to be executed. And what's it called? So they go on like this little heist. They don't know what it's for, and then they see the kid. Eventually, we get to the kid. Hacker is doing so much shit, bro. Hacker is probably my favorite character here in Akudama, and yeah. Swindler is probably my favorite character, or not Swindler. Whoa, no, the hacker. The hacker is definitely probably my favorite character in the series. He's what's it called? He was opening mad doors for them and shit on the train. He was, what's it called? What else? That's mainly what he did. That's it. But it always came in clutch, and it was probably the most important job to get the kids. You know what I'm saying? That were in the vault. That's what the heist was. It was pretty much going to say these kids type shit. And then what's it called? He he got the thing off. You know what I'm saying? No one else could do that. You know what I'm saying? Cause hacker is him. Hacker is him. Swindler was pretty much lied her way to live pretty much. What's it called? I'm gonna honestly, I'll probably about just talk about some of these characters. Honestly, Swindler, I feel like she was too nice, especially to start. Cause like it was annoying to be sometimes how nice she was. Like you really, like she really got into all this trouble for some change, bro. Really, to give someone money they dropped. Yeah, come on, bro. Come on, you gotta stop with that. You gotta stop with that for sure. Has to be stopped. But what's it called? Not even that. Not even that, bro. She she like when it came to the kids, right? And the doctor lady wasn't didn't trust him type shit. Uh, I think she was right to not trust him, and she sit here defended him to talk about some she's a bully, but like, bro, they haven't told you a damn thing, bro. We sitting here, but like but I feel like it would have been better for him to as well tell them that it was trying to go to the moon at that part as well when she's questioning him, because when the moon was like we once we found out they was trying to go to the moon, we knew for like an episode already. You know what I'm saying? We knew for like an episode, and like if we knew a lot more that we was trying to get to the moon, whether we believe it was going to succeed or not, the moon being destroyed would have meant more at the time. Like when the moon was destroyed, it was like, oh well, moon was destroyed. You know what I'm saying? But after that, everyone was pretty much released. The doctor betrayed everyone. Yeah. I definitely skipped some stuff, so I want it back. But like the baller, he's probably like my third or fourth favorite out of these guys. What's it called? Cause like, but the thing is, like, it was inevitable that he was gonna die. That's how it felt to me. Just cause we knew how reckless he truly was. We knew he was reckless as hell, bro. He was so goddamn reckless, bro. Like it was inevitable in my eyes. You being that reckless feels inevitable. If you did die, cool. You know what I'm saying? But it felt inevitable. Well, once we found out he died, it was inevitable. But when we found out the doctor's kind of the reason, that shit was fire. That was the only moment where the dude with the weird hair, that dude, that's the only thing he did all series was kill that bitch. Only thing he did all series. Just because he found out she killed Bella. He stabbed the executioner girl in the eye. Bro was really just there at the end of the day. He's irrelevant. I ain't say this in my actual review, but like when he was like after finding out Bella died and chasing the girl, the girl he stabbed her eye, shit. That shit had me hyped for a second, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, he ain't do nothing, but I was like, he's probably about to do something. When him and Swindler were about to do something, or they did something that wasn't being a bitch, it was fire to me. Yeah. The doctor girl, she could stitch herself up and shit. That shit was fire. Uh, Never felt like she was gonna die, but it when she did die, it was like okay, she died because she was just about to re-stitch her little neck up or whatever. But people kind of started running into her, tripling her, trying to get away because everyone was being made Akudamas. I'll get back into that in a second, but yeah, so her death was cool. Slit Throat was up and down for me. Like he was cool. I just wish we see him fight a little more. That man was insane though. He was insane, bro. Like mentally insane, bro. That shit, I like that shit. That man was mentally insane, bro. He needed. I don't even remember how he died, but he that boy definitely needed to go. Needed to go. You know what I'm saying? But I love how the executioners really just bit themselves in the ass, and that shit is fire to me. Cause again, the Akudama protecting the kids kind of in the right, although they was kind of forced into it, cause again they had bombs put on their necks. But yeah, I right. So pretty much the executioners, um, they put a S, they put a out a ranking like hey, we need these Akudama are wanted. They pretty much broadcasted that shit everywhere. And then Swindler said some shit. The main character, she said some shit, and then everyone started rioting, bro. Everyone started rioting, bro. And what's it called? I think all the and once they started rioting, the executioner pretty much said made the police chief make them Akudamas, and the police chief killed himself. Not then, but later he did. Way later he did. So she realized like so again, some of the executioners are like damn type shit. You know what I'm saying? What have we done type shit? But then civilians started or later. Once we get to this end part really quickly, actually, let me go back to Swindler. Buffalo again. This is shit is just me rambling, but like, what's it called? Swindler. What's it called? Again, I really did not like how nice she was to start. But again, once we get to like episode 6 or 7, and she's raising the sister type shit or whatever, it felt wholesome. You know what I'm saying? It made me feel like, made me smile a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And then she killed them two dudes. I was hyped after that. I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. No, that shit was crazy, bro. I love that shit. That shit was so fucking fire, bro. When she killed them two dudes, I'm like, ah, yeah, you're not as nice as you used to be. That's fire to me. You know what I'm saying? That shit really was just fire to me. Yeah, I think all the Akudama dying though, that shit was, it felt needed. It felt needed. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Swindler and Carrier, they died. Their deaths were pretty much an ending, and I think I love the ending. It was pretty good. The kids got safe, but I just like how um Swindler and Carrier died. Swindler died. Death pretty much created change really in Kansai. Swindler's death created change in Kansai because she said she's just a normal human. And they just executed her ass, and then it was broadcasted too. So all the civilians and shit they turned against the executioners, especially after they started killing the rioters. After they started killing the rioters, that shit was dead. The little girl came and shot one of them, and the girl with the eye patch that the nobody with the weird hair stabbed in the eye with she realized like damn, we are the bad guys. You know what I'm saying? People were really realize some of the executioners were really realizing we are the bad guys right now. And the little girl was mad that they killed her mom and dad, and she shot one of them, and then yeah. So, but Swindler's death is really what allowed all that to happen. So it created a death. It created change in Kansai. Like that makes we could be led to assume that the executioner shit just failed. That shit just failed. That shit is rest in peace. That shit failed. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Carrier pretty much did everything he could to make sure them kids made it. He never fails his job, man. He never fails his job. He 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 he's probably the MVP just because of the series. Just because the hacker was involved. If we talking like the first 5 episodes, the hacker was the MVP. But it's a whole series. Carrier was the MVP of this series, bro. He was there non-stop, bro. Every other Akudama, with the exception of Baller just fucking died. But like all the other ones, kind of just betrayed them. You know what I'm saying? Cause what's the Bobs was off their next, bro? It was raps. They ain't have to work together no more, and they worked well together too. They just have different goals, and they didn't really work out. You know what I'm saying? And what's it called? The doctor dying is amazing because she didn't get to control her death like she wanted to. Her goal failed tremendously. She wanted to be able to control how people died, how she died. He could, and again, she said that death is, it's needed. You know what I'm saying? It ends, you know, the cycle, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but Swill, Carrier doing everything he can to make sure him being on the bike and shit, making sure them kids get away. But that shit was fire. And the ending when the power went out, and then he grabbed the thing off his bike and killed him. Shit was fire. Shit was fire. He died completing his last mission. Just like Swindler asked if he would type shit, you know what I'm saying? But that don't matter. My friend said, when we was doing our reviews and shit, he said we gotta start rating chapters and shit, so I figured I'd do these for my reviews too. So I give Akudama Drive like a 7.5, 8. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty good. I don't think I'll go give it an 8, because when I say 8, I think an 8 means like it was great. And I don't think Akudama was great. I think it was good. So I'll probably give it like a 7, 7.5.